Hi, I'm Judy Elbaum. You may know me as @BabaJudy on Instagram or as leaveittoBubby.com on my website. I'd like to thank kosher.com for inviting me to participate in this season's Pesach Takeover. Today, I'm happy to share with you some tips and facts about the one ingredient or food item that just about everyone buys and needs for Passover. Any thoughts on what that food item might be? If you guessed eggs, you guessed right. No matter what dishes are served, eggs always have a special place on the table on the nights of the Seders and during the holiday. A hard-cooked egg, usually roasted, is often placed on the Seder plate. Its roundness symbolizes rebirth and renewal, while its burnt and cracked shell serves as a reminder of the ancient sacrifices. During the Seder, many of us dip hard-boiled eggs into salt water to commemorate the tears and the sweat of our ancestors when they were slaves of Pharaoh in Egypt. And let's not forget, eggs come in handy when we are making our Passover desserts. While we must remove all leavening from our homes and refrain from using yeast and grain-based leavening agents, we are permitted to use eggs in our cooking and baking, since they are a natural leavening agent. For me, Passover is the egg holiday. No matter how many eggs I buy, it's never enough, and I always have to go shopping for more eggs during Passover. So, my most important tip to you in this tutorial is buy a lot of eggs. To preserve their freshness, store eggs in the refrigerator, in the carton in which they came, not on the open shelf, which is usually found on your refrigerator door. Keep them as you bought them in the carton, blunt end up. So here they are in the carton in which I bought them, and I'm just going to take out an egg and just show you. This is the blunt end, this is the pointed end. The pointed end is put in first and the blunt end stays up. The eggshell is porous, and a fresh egg has not been in contact with the surrounding atmosphere long enough to allow air to penetrate the porous shell and accumulate in the air pocket, which is at the blunt end of the eggshell. The older an egg is, the larger the air pocket inside the egg. Older eggs are easier to peel because there is a larger air pocket inside the shell. So, for the eggs that you are going to hard boil, try to buy the eggs at least 1 to 2 weeks in advance if possible. For the eggs that you are planning to use in your baking, you want them to be as fresh as possible. So I recommend buying them closer to the beginning of the holiday. I used to make hard-boiled eggs the wrong way. The method I used boiled the eggs properly, but they were impossible to peel. I would end up with funny-looking pockmarked eggs that had cracks and tears in the egg whites. My husband wanted to know why my hard-boiled eggs looked so unappealing. He encouraged me to do some research, where I learned that the best way to hard-boil eggs that peel easily was to drop them into boiling water and boil for about 11 minutes. Then pour out the boiling water and run the eggs in the pot under cold water. Leave them in the cold water for about 10 minutes and then they're good to go. I was skeptical about this technique at first. It seemed counterintuitive, but I tried it and was very happy with the results. Perfectly cooked hard-boiled eggs that peeled easily and smoothly. Here's the egg that I cooked with the method we just discussed, and I'm gonna peel it. Hopefully it will peel smoothly. And by the way, this is the blunt end. This is where the air pocket is. There's not much of an air pocket here because I guess it's not, I thought I bought it about a week ago, but I guess they were very fresh. So there's not much of an air pocket, but with this method, it still peels beautifully, as you could see. This is perfectly cooked hard-boiled egg that peels easily and smoothly. If you cook the eggs for too long, you will end up with a discouraging looking and tasting gray-green ring around the yolk. This occurs when the sulfur contained in the egg white combines with the iron in the yolk to produce iron sulfide. So make sure not to cook the eggs for more than 12 minutes. And I should add, if you want soft-boiled eggs, you place the eggs in boiling water for 5 minutes. For medium-boiled eggs, you place the eggs in boiling water for 8 minutes. Here's one more fun tip to share with you. How to tell an unpeeled hard-boiled egg from a fresh egg. What you do is you spin them both, and the hard-boiled egg will spin more quickly than the uncooked egg. Let's give it a shot. As you can see, one of these is spinning much more quickly than the other one. It's this one. Let's see if this is a hard-cooked egg. Let's double check. And as you can see, this is definitely a hard-cooked egg. And I'm not gonna continue to peel it right now because I want to check the other egg to make sure that that was the fresh egg. And as you can see, the one that spun more slowly was the fresh egg. The one that spun more quickly was the hard-boiled egg. And I learned this tip from Jacques Pepin on YouTube.